Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 3 p.m. here in New Vienna, Iowa. That means it's time for another live stream. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd. Yeah, Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. I had to check for a minute there. We are now in December, as we established that yesterday, the final month of 2020. I would say I'm looking forward to the end of this year, but I'm also buckled in and ready for whatever this year has left in store for us. I have a feeling it's not going to go out quietly, but I'm here today. I had a good run this morning, even though it was so cold. My hat froze, my face froze, eyelashes were all frozen. Everything was just a little bit frosty, but still gotten some good quality miles, and the knee is feeling fantastic. So I would say just about as 100% as I can be. I mean, I still feel like, during the day, I still feel like cautious about it, and I'm still doing all the rehab and all the other strength work and stuff, but feeling really good. So having a good day overall. How are you guys doing today? Let's check in with everyone listening on the podcast version. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're having a good run or having a good commute home. And let's see. Also, I want to say hi to everyone that's listening to this on and watching on YouTube, but after the fact, welcome everybody. Let's see what we got here. Martha says, cowbell for Mike's knee. I don't know if we need a cowbell for that, but thanks very much. I'm feeling really, really good about it. All right. We also have Chris Yao here saying, howdy, Kofuzi time again, boys and girls. Awesome. Steve says, good evening to Chris and everybody. Jana's here again. Good to see you, Jana. And Steve giving a little bit of a wave. Awesome. Very cool. Simon says, hi, people. And Ines says, hi, Kofuzi and everybody. Back out running with Pip. Pip is his dog. And after work today, she was a very happy dog. Pip's been out of commission, not out of commission, but staying off of the trails for the last 2 days, was it now? But back out there today. Good to see it. I wonder, did she miss it? Do you feel like she felt like there was something that she didn't get to do that day and she wanted to get back out there? I wonder. What does the dog think? But I saw the picture on Instagram today, and Pip did look like a happy dog. So that was cool. All right. Let's see. Rainrunners here says, how was trivia yesterday? Trivia was pretty good. I felt like overall it worked out. It was kind of specific, though. I know I normally like to try to make it so, like, no matter how obscure the question might be, you can always kind of like guess and accidentally get the right answer. Yesterday wasn't exactly like that. So I'll try to make sure that it is more inclusive for next time. It's because I think there's been a couple of requests now for a Star Wars week. So I'm going to try to do that next week. And I'm going to try to keep in mind that not everyone is a super Star Wars fan. So we'll figure that out. And I'll try and figure out a way to connect it to running. So we'll see. All right. We got Kevin Bickerton is here. Good to see you again, Kevin. Awesome. I got some coffee today. I'm very tired. Just haven't been sleeping all that great. And just the workout just took a lot out of me. So dragging my feet a little bit today. JC says, hi there. Awesome. And Ronald Dre says, hi, everyone. Sorry I missed trivia yesterday. Hope it wasn't Star Wars. That's next week. We'll do it next week. I was preparing for a big presentation today, which went really well. Awesome. Well, Ronald Dre, let's give a cowbell for that. Congratulations on the presentation. Going well. Awesome. Okay. David Lidstone is here again. Awesome. Good to see you, David. Nice. All right. Jody's here says, good day, everyone. Go Sean Paul. Back in action. Awesome. Good to see you. All right. Jason Dahl. Louis Romo. Awesome. Good to see everybody here. Albert Long. Cool. Martha wants a preemptive pardon for anything bad she may have done since she was born. Sure. You are pardoned. You won't be prosecuted in the live stream for anything that you've done from now going back, for any prosecutions in this live stream that may happen in the future. Here's the thing that, none of the news outlets are really covering on this, and it hasn't bothered me enough to look it up personally. But as far as like the preemptive pardons go, has anyone done that before? Have people done that, like preemptively pardon anyone? I guess it's like, I don't understand how that goes. Like, I was kind of thinking when they started talking about these preemptive pardons, I was like, is he going to get Barr to hurry up and get the DOJ to just file some sort of charges and then have them like plead to them and then have them get pardoned for it? Like, I didn't know how it was going to work. How do you pardon someone ahead of time if there hasn't been a crime alleged? That's the part that I don't understand. But I suppose like if you read it as like, as the president on December 2nd, 2020, I pardon this person for any acts they committed during my presidency. I'm not really sure how that works. Anyway, Mikex says, "Hi Kofuzi, maybe a Zippo rechargeable hand warmer would be for you to try. I haven't tried it. I've been looking at those because here's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do like a big hand warmers like survey and try to get like 4 or 5 different kinds, different brands, and look at that and be like, here's ones that work. Here's like the disposable ones that I love, but it creates a lot of waste. And then here's rechargeable ones. So I started reviewing some of them, and I was like, I just don't like any of these, and they seem to be getting bigger and bigger. And like Zippo makes a rechargeable one that it may or may not be a battery pack as well. And a lot of other ones that you find like on Amazon are hand warmers that are rechargeable, but also are battery packs, because they're basically taking advantage of the fact that like, batteries discharge heat. And that's kind of like one of the main ways that they're working. But, I think that rechargeable hand warmers also probably have coils in them that can help them dispel heat as well. And so like, I was like thinking I was going to do that, but then they kept getting bigger. And like, this is my computer mouse, but I felt like the Zippo ones were like starting to get like this big, and not just Zippo, but all the ones in the category were getting really big. And I was like, I don't want to put that inside a glove. So like, I was like, I'm not sure. And I was ready to just give up on the whole topic. But then today I did the review of the heated gloves, and I kind of love them. I didn't use them today though, because I did a workout today and I wanted to get moving a little bit faster. But I used yesterday's run, which was 7 miles, the day before that, which was 11. And, they're solid. I actually really like running in them. So like for a time when like I don't care about the pace and I just want to get out there and run, they're really good. I'm a huge fan, actually. All right, Scotty B. Where did that go? As soon as I wanted to say it. I saw it up there. All right. Let's see. No, I don't know. I don't know where it is. Sorry. Scotty B, if I find that one, I will definitely get back to it. Spence Ohm says, "What's up, friends? Setting in for a stationary bike session during live stream." Cool. I hope that works out well. I mean, I feel like I would enjoy something like that too. Yeah. Jody says, "Positive finish to the year in Australia. Very few COVID cases with no one in the ICU, and the recession is over." Wow. That's kind of like, that's like the end of Armageddon, the movie Armageddon. Not to like, saying that this is an Armageddon event, but like in the end of Armageddon, they detonate the nuclear weapon. AJ has to stay behind to do it, but he detonates the weapon, and then it works, even though they're not really as far as they're supposed to be inside the giant asteroid. And then it splits into 2 pieces, both pieces avoiding Earth. And they're like, to wrap it up, some sort of announcer is like, the detonation worked, and the nuclear blast disintegrated any other pieces that might become shrapnel that fall down to the Earth. And I was just like, wait, hold on, can we rewind a second here? It did what? So like, it's like, you can't end it so neatly in a bow. Yeah, I know this movie has like defied all laws of physics, but that part, it was like, this is the last straw. And then if Australia ends the year with like, oh yeah, COVID is basically over, no one's in the ICU, and we had a recession, but that's gone too, by the way. That seems like, wow, that's a good end of year for Australia. I'm very envious. Awesome. All right. Remy says, "Workout done in time to listen in from the shower." Awesome. Jennifer's going to be late today. That's going to be a long shower. Hopefully you're not in there the whole time. Awesome. But very funny. Very funny. I do have been bringing my phone into the shower as well when I take showers after my run, and I'm usually watching YouTube videos. All right. That running guy says, "How are you finding being a full-time YouTuber?" So far, it's not that different than like before, except for, because like my kids are still home during the day. So during the day, it's a lot more flexible than say work was. So it's been a much less stressful because I'm not doing work, YouTube, and family stuff. Now I'm just doing like family stuff, which includes like being the stay-at-home dad/teacher and YouTube. So I only have 2 kind of stressful things or like time commitments. So it's been better, but like, I still during the day, I have my daughters that I have to kind of like keep an eye on. Like a lot of their stuff they can kind of handle on their own, but the baby, she's in preschool. Well, she's preschool age, so she needs a lot more attention than my other daughter who's in 3rd grade. So there's still a lot of time commitments, or on my day, time demands. But I'm much less stressed out than I used to be. Other than the sad fact that I'm like, oh, well, people lost their jobs. My business is closed. I'm now losing a lot of money because I'm still paying rent on the office and stuff. Other than that, it's great. But the YouTuber part is nice. All right. Ben Y says, maybe we can have winners for funniest answers on Trivia Tuesdays. Yeah, I've been thinking about, I'd like to do some sort of giveaway for Trivia Tuesday. I know I've always been kind of like, there's no prizes, there's no points. But, Kiefer has 2 billion points. So there's points somewhere. So I might as well start doing prizes. So I'm thinking like, I think I might start doing some sort of prize. Nothing huge, some smaller stuff. But like, I don't know. I am thinking about giving away all the massage guns that I've collected over the course of all these different reviews. So that could be like 5 weeks because I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 5 of them now. I have one more that just came in today. I think that'll be the last one that I review for a while. I'll clean them up if anyone wants them. They've only been used for like a week each. So I think I might start doing like that kind of thing. And then I was thinking about it on my run today. Like some of these devices that I really enjoy using on a longer term basis that I've gotten for free, I think that I need to buy them on my own too, So that's another thing that I was thinking about. So I'm like, well, maybe if the company doesn't want them back, I'll send them an email and see if they want them back. If they don't want them back, then I might start giving away some of my older watches that I have as well. So I think that's kind of like something that I'd be not like kind of clearing house, but also like they're just sitting around. Sometimes though, I do like to go back to them. So that's the difficult part. So I got to figure out, I'd like to have winners and prizes too. I guess that wasn't the question or the comment, but winners for funniest answers. Yes, we'll definitely have winners, but maybe we'll have a prize too. I'd like to get there. We'll see. Ryan Polly says, yo, what's going on? What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you again. Ryan, I had a friend in college who had a very similar name to yours. Only a couple letters different. And so every time I see it, I'm like, oh, Ryan's here? And I was like, oh, it's a different Ryan. It's the Ryan that's been here for the live streams, but it's not the Ryan I know from college. Not that I'm disappointed in you, Ryan, but it always takes my brain like a second to figure that out. All right, Mark Chancogo's here. Tony Yu is here. What's going on, guys? Stephen Smith is coming in from London. Awesome. Very cool. I heard on the news yesterday that London has authorized one of the vaccines, right? Or England, Great Britain has authorized one of the vaccines and may start administering doses pretty soon here. That's cool. David Prabhu says, happy hump day. Yeah, you know what? I for like half the day, I thought it was Monday. I was like, oh, time to start the week. I don't know why, but it felt like a Monday. All right, Ennis is telling us about his dog. It says, Pip was quite down when she was on light duty. Oh, she loves to run or just blast about on her walks. Yeah, well, I mean, she's a working dog, right? Or her breed is a working breed, so I could definitely see that. Interesting, very cool. But I'm glad to hear she's back at it now. Sean Marshall's here. Says hello, everybody. Nice. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Spencer, I'm saying about the preemptive pardon, it's not a thing. Preemptive pardon is made up. I feel like every story about the preemptive pardon should start with that, saying like no president, if that's true, that no president has ever done it before, they just say, first of all, no president's ever done it before, and we're not sure if it's even going to be valid. But here's what President Trump is considering doing, or the rumors are something he's considering. You know what I mean? I just feel like, why does that should be the lead? That's the lead. That's the story. I don't know. Everyone's always jumping to like the other part about it. I don't know. Maybe. And Martha says pardons should be illegal for family members. Enough nepotism already. Yeah. There's been a lot of that. Frank says, I think Ford preemptively pardoned Nixon in the sense that Nixon hadn't been charged. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look at that a little bit further. Jody says Kofuzi wants a preemptive pardon for anything done in cornfields. Yeah, that I could use. I could use that. Or like, just like or maybe I should just maybe I should send the farmer something, like mea culpa kind of thing. Like I don't know. I don't want to send like a fruit basket. That seems weird. But some sort of gift as like I'm sorry, I'm the one, because I wonder if any of the farmers noticed, and if they've like come up to it and we're like, is this doesn't look like a animal. There's no bears around here. What would make, is this human? Why is there human poop out? You know what I mean? Is that, or would it just be like, oh, someone pooped out here? I don't know how strange that would seem. Like if I found like a human-sized poop in the yard out here, I'd be like, what is going on? So I don't know. Maybe at least it would solve a mystery if I went around and kind of introduced myself as the poop bandit, I guess. Okay, Chris Yao says Reuters. I can never say that. Reuters from 5 days ago says no president has offered preemptive pardons before. Okay, there we go. Ryan Cabal says, good morning from Japan, Kofuzi. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Ryan? Thanks for tuning in today. All right, I'm gonna scroll down just a little bit. Let's see. Here we go. Shannon says, hey, family. I saw the lineup for Matt's running summit and it's stacked. Excited for you, and I'm seriously considering registering. Awesome, cool, yeah. So for those of you guys don't know, I'm going to be doing a talk during Rambling Runners, doing like a virtual runner summit. Basically, like talks from runners of all types on a variety of different subjects. I think it's like a 2-day event, and he asked me to do a session. I'll be talking about carbon-plated shoes. So I feel like pretty cool. But then he was also like, I don't know if he didn't think that I was going to say yes, because he was like, let me tell you who else is going to be there. And he was like rattling off this list, and I'm like, you just named like 4 Olympians, 3 pros, and like 3 like other pros. You know what I mean? Like, so like, I'm like, what? I'm like, this is quite a list of people to be in the same sentence as. So like, I don't know. Like, it's going to be like a whole bunch of people who are, professional runners, legendary runners, people with different levels of expertise, and then like this dude. So I'll be there. Hopefully I don't disappoint people. That's my goal. Like, don't disappoint. At least show up to a level where it looks like I belong there. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want it to be like when Kramer had that job where I was like, it looks like you have had no business training at all. Like that. That's my goal, is to avoid that. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a little bit nervous, but I feel like, I have tried. I mean, most of the pro runners that are out there, if they're sponsored, they probably haven't tried more than 1 or 2. And so I've tried a lot of them. So yeah. So I think maybe that's my unique point of view. All right. Tyler Eads wants to know, what is a daily trainer that will last plus or minus 500 miles comfortably? I would say you're looking at something like from Nike, there's probably not a lot. I would say the Infinity runs would probably last you that long. The Epic React 2 I think will last you that long, because it's just the React foam. I think that lasts a really long time. But when I think of like a shoe that lasts that long, I'm thinking of like Asics or Mizuno, something with a lot of rubber on the outsole. Probably a Brooks, maybe the Ghost, or like the Glycerin might be able to last you that long. But those are the kinds that I would look at first. Some of the older New Balances, the ones with like super thick outsoles, used to also have that kind of longevity, but not so much. I don't think anymore. So I don't know. Yash Chauhan says the Vora 14s are going strong. Yeah, that's another all React foam midsole. And it had some pretty thick rubber on it too. So I think that could probably be good. By the way, I saw some images. Ben Johnson posted them. They're apparently out in Korea. if you're members on like in the Nike members, just like the free sign up thing, in South Korea, they're available. I think that's like the only place, at least according to Ben. The Vomero 15s are out, which I didn't think we were going to. I thought the Vomeros were dead. I didn't think they were coming out with another one. But it does, in fact, have ZoomX in the heel. And then something, it's not Cushlan, it's not React foam, something else in the majority of the rest of the shoe. And the upper looks kind of like a regular upper. I think it could be a really great max cushion shoe. I don't know what the stats are in terms of the actual stack heights on the midsole, but could really interesting. I'll definitely be picking it up. Yeah. Ben Y says, isn't there very little outsole on the Epic Axo? There is very little. And when I first got it, I was like, there's not enough rubber on this. Why did they do it this way? I was like ranting about like how big of a mistake that was. But I got that shoe to like 350 miles. And the React foam that you run on looked great. And so I was like, wow, I was definitely wrong on this. You could certainly run on this forever. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it, but it's amazing. It's amazing. All right. Let's go up here a little bit. All right. Yeah, Yash says the 15s are out and I want them. I also thought they were dead. Yeah, we'll see your review then. Bye. Yeah, hopefully it comes to the US soon. Yeah, Mark Jangogo says, wow, ZoomX and the Vomero, weird. Does the price go up on that? Oh, I bet it does. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like the Vomero, they've been using that as like a tinker shoe, right? So like last year, or was it the year before that? The Vomero 14, when that came out with all React. And so that was before the Peg went React foam. And I feel like that was like the test. They were testing out to see whether like React foam would work in something in more of like a daily trainer, more traditional like running silhouette compared to like the Epic React, for example. And then for the 15, it looks like there is the ZoomX foam in the heel, then the other kind of foam, which I'm not sure what the name is, for the rest of the midsole. But there's also a Zoom Air pocket. And I don't know if it's going to be as big as, but they said it's double thickness, like it's in the description that I read. So it's like a double thickness of Zoom Air pocket. The outline of it made it look like it was like the air pocket in the Pegasus. But what I would love to see for the Vomero, since it's supposed to be a little bit more of a relaxed shoe, is if they turn down the PSIs on it. Because I felt like the airbag on the Zoom on the Peg 37 was a little bit too stiff for me. I would have liked a little bit more squeeze to it. So we'll see. I'm super curious about it, and I guarantee you Seth is going to cut his open. I mean, yeah. If I were to bet on it, yeah, I'd bet on it. Yeah. Lee Joyce Chung says, probably have addressed this before. What camera and selfie stick do you use to film your runs? Cool videos. Thank you. The camera that I use two cameras predominantly. And I usually pick one for the run, depending on kind of what I want. I usually run with the GoPro Hero 9. The GoPro Hero 8 and the GoPro Hero 7 are also really good choices, but I've been running with the GoPro Hero 9. And I use an extendable selfie stick. It's a kind that I think it's like 36 inches. It's like this long when it's compacted, and it gets to like 36 inches when it's extended. You kind of twist it and you pull it out, and it's got a little GoPro mount at the end of it. I made a video about my favorite selfie stick. I forget what it's called, but I'll post a link to it in the description when we're done with the live stream here, just to make it easy for you. But I don't have like a specific brand that I like, because the brands always keep changing. So like if a lot of times when I go to use, like if I look in my orders in Amazon and I go back to look for the same one, when I go back and click on the link, it'll be for like a completely different product, like a self timer for a time lapse. Like it just, I think that it's weird that Amazon allows that. I think it's lame, because I think they use it to boost their number of like 4-star, 5-star reviews. But so that's why I don't have like a brand, because it changes, and sometimes that company like won't exist by the time I need another one. So like it's the kind that it extends about 36, maybe 38, not quite 40 seems like it's long. I'm not sure the exact number. The other camera that I use is a 360 camera. The one I like using right now is the Insta360 One X2. And that one's a lot of fun. For that one, I use a slightly different kind of selfie stick because it has a different kind of mount at the bottom. But the same idea, an extendable selfie stick. The ones that Insta360 that the camera company makes, I think are the best for that 360 camera. All right. Run Frankfurt says, any information on the release date of the Vomero 15? No, I wish I did. I don't have any information on that. I wonder if Ben Johnson knows. Interesting. Matt852 says, has anyone mentioned the new SL20s that are on sale already? I saw that, and someone also, tweeted something to me that they were able to buy the new ones with like a Cyber Monday discount and got them for like under $100. So that was just absolutely bonkers. But like, I really want to try the new ones, but I'm like, is it a new one? Because sometimes I was like, because it's still called the SL20. It's not called the SL21 or not. It's called the SL20 version 2. I have no idea what they're going to, or they're just going to keep constantly calling it the SL20. Like in 2023, are they still going to call it the SL20? But the upper looks like it's less like a soccer shoe and more like a regular running shoe. And the outsole pattern looks it reminds me a lot of the Adizero Adios Pro, where it kind of has that, like, it almost looks like a deer hoof in terms of the way like the outsole, like rubber, looks on that. And so it looks pretty cool. But I'm like, is it just the same shoe, or is this the next version already? Like, how are you going to, and here's the thing, how are you, like, it just continues to confound me. Like, I guess you just shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth and just accept the beneficence from Adidas. But on the other hand, it's like, how are they going to make a shoe as good as the SL20, discount them, dump them all at Ross's everywhere? People text me all the time, not text me, like message me and tweet me all the time. They're like, I just picked up a pair of these at Ross for like $29. It's crazy. And then make more versions of the SL20 and then deep discount those. And then in the same year, make a new version of the SL20 and then discount it like 3 weeks later. I mean, I know it's not discounted because it's like, because it's a Cyber Monday deal, but like, what are they doing? I don't know. But I don't like, for like, just to call, like, for my own sake of sanity, I'm thinking about waiting to get that until January, just to, like, in my mind, I'm like, this is the one from 2020. This is the new one. I'm gonna call it the 2021. I don't know. Tab Hunter says, are you looking to run in Europe like Seth is next year? Roman March looks like a winner. I don't know if I'll get to Europe next year. We'll see. I would love to do a trip out there. But the best bet for me to do that would probably be the summertime for like childcare purposes. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I don't know if world conditions are going to permit that kind of travel for me in the summertime. So we'll have to see about that. But, once I can get a vaccine and kind of like interstate travel, at least in the US, is opened up more, I do plan on, trying to travel pretty frequently on weekends and going out and running with you guys in person. I would love to do that. So that's kind of like, I'm thinking like, I'm going to try and plan like, maybe like a race or 2 races a month, that kind of thing, and try to have them in different cities. So I have to like travel. It'll be expensive to travel, but I think overall, I think it'll be a money wise, it'll be a good investment and it'll be super fun. So I think like it'll work out. But that's kind of like what my current plan is. How far I get to go from there, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Yeah. All right, Frank wants to know what best of 2020 video is coming this week. I'm not sure. I was planning on doing the Max Cushion shoe video this week, but it might have to be the speed shoe video this week. I think that might make more sense because I'm gonna go daily trainer, speed shoe, Max Cushion, and then racers. So I'm thinking about that. The main reason why I might not do the Max Cushion shoe video this week is because I ordered the Ultra Touring 4.5. and I wanted to at least test it out before I made that video because I have a feeling I'm really gonna like it. I'm hoping I'm really gonna like it. So we'll see. So I feel like it would be a mistake to make that video before I try like something that I think I have a high like level of confidence that I'm gonna enjoy. So maybe I'll make the speed video for next week. So we'll see. If that shoe doesn't arrive like tomorrow, then I'll have to move it to next week. So we'll see. Lucas Lully says, here in Brazil, the SL20 is correct value, and it's kind of expensive. It's pretty hard to find it below $120 US. Whoa, man, that's a bummer because it's a fun shoe. I mean, at some of these prices, it's like might as well pick up a bunch of them. But yeah. And Kiefer says the Torin 4.5 is indeed epic. Yeah, I hope so. James Baker says, spoke to a lady from my local running store yesterday, and she said she's seen the new Nova Blast and that it's less squishy than the current one. I think that's overall good, but like I was watching a couple of reviews on the Dynablast yesterday, and people were saying, I think I was watching like Ed and Andy did a video together on it. I was watching that one, and they were saying how it was much firmer and has a 12 millimeter drop. Is that right? I was like, that seems like a weird choice. Why would you do that? But I hope they don't I hope it doesn't like ruin the shoe, so like had such a good inaugural year. I hope it has a really good kind of sophomore season. That's what I hope. Oh, Shannon says, I got an email this morning asking if I'd be willing to administer COVID vaccine starting in 2 weeks to nurses and other healthcare providers. I know it's still limited, but still so soon. Wow. That's cool. It's like, yeah, I feel like that's like an honor, right? I think that'd be a really cool job to have. Brian Wen asks, have I run any Puma shoes? I haven't yet. And there's nothing really jumping out at me from Puma. So like, I don't know, maybe I just need to do it at some point, but it's like, I don't know. There was a time where like, I feel like in late 2018, going into 2019, there was a little bit of buzz around Puma, but then like, I haven't heard about much else since then. Catherine Rummer says, I would be interested on a review of the Dynablast. Maybe. We'll see. Because there's two, right? There's the Dynablast and there's a Road Blast, right? Are those just two different price points underneath the Nova Blast? Well, I'll have to see about that. And we'll see how that goes. All right. Ina says, Kofuzi, David Livingstone has a video out tomorrow on his YouTube channel. I'll check it out. I'm subscribed, so it should pop up in my feed. You know what I've been trying to do lately? I've been, just to see like how good is the algorithm, I've been trying to watch only videos in my subscriptions feed, rather than like what YouTube is recommending to me. And I gotta tell you, YouTube is doing a better job of feeding me good YouTube content than like my subscriptions feed is. Cause I'm like, oh, these are good. And I've unsubscribed from a lot of people that I subscribed to years ago, and I'm just not interested in their channels anymore. Not running stuff, usually stuff that's not, it's always stuff that's not running related. But for the running stuff, I'm still subscribed, but it's just like, oh, I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube that's not just my subscriptions. And I think I haven't been subscribing to them because I'm like, oh, YouTube's going to give it to me anyway. So like, I don't know. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm subscribed. So if it comes out tomorrow, I'll see it. Brian and Alia says, do you think the Hoka Mach 4 will live up to the SJD and run hype? I don't know. I think I should be getting a pair soon. I got to follow up on that. I think it might have got delivered to me in Chicago. So we'll have to see. But I've never run in a Mach before. And I do remember when like the Carbon X came out, people were like, oh yeah, the Carbon X is good, but the Mach is still better. And I was like, okay, but I still never tried the Mach. I feel like TFXC shoes, have you guys watched that YouTube channel? He like won a half marathon in Machs, like in 2018 or 2019, I feel like. And so I'm aware of the mock line, but I've never tried it before. So we'll see. We'll see. But the person that was sending to me is like, you're going to love this shoe. It's amazing. So I'm like, okay, all right. Can't wait. All right. James Baker said, didn't Ed Bud review some Pumas recently? I think he was quite impressed. He did review a pair of Pumas. I feel like this has also been the year of like reviewing kind of like not that Pumas aren't conventional, but like out of the ordinary shoes. Like I believe in the run doing the Diodoras. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. And then like Ed Bud doing a Puma. It's kind of I like the variety. I like the variety. Juno Beach says, I said Bach because I saw the piano. And in my mind, I thought, well, sorry, but it's Juno Beach. Says, hey, are there any barefoot feeling shoes that you recommend? I don't usually like the barefoot shoes. I can't say that I've tried any, but you know, I've been looking a lot. There's this guy he makes videos about bags and travel gear. His name is Chase Reeves, I think. Yeah, Chase Reeves. And he's really funny. I don't care for any of the things that he's selling. Or not that he's selling, that he's like reviewing, but I just enjoy watching his videos. I don't know why. There's something about it that's really entertaining. And he made a video about barefoot shoes, barefoot hiking shoes, and just barefoot like casual shoes. I don't think he probably runs a little bit, but I don't think he's like he would consider himself a running YouTuber. And he talked a lot about Vivo barefoot shoes. I kind of like the look of those. I've been curious about it, but I think maybe next spring I might take a look at them. I think the winter time in Iowa is probably not the best time to go barefoot or like minimalist shoe, but we'll see. Kevin Hagler runs says Vivo barefoot and Zero shoes are barefoot shoes that I've heard are good. My friend loves his Zero shoes. And Lucas Lully says, in terms of like the AI or the algorithm, says the AI that feed us the videos does a crazy good job since my watch time has skyrocketed. But Lucas, where is that time coming from? Do you think you're watching less TV, Netflix, like subscription, like regular, like traditional media, or are you still watching all that and now watching more YouTube videos? That's where I'd be like interested to know. Audrey says the Vivos fit really wide in my experience. You know, right now I could go for some wide shoes, and that's why I was really hoping that those Ultras would have come in today, because I ran a workout today again in the Alpha Fly, and they are just beating up my toes. My toes, like today, my big toe on my right foot, which is the same toe that hurt the last time I ran in them, was literally throbbing with a little bit of pain. I just felt it like it was just like, my toenails are killing me. And then I got a little blister on one of my toes on my left foot, my left pinky toe, which always gets beat up by all shoes, is just like crying at this point. Like if someone stepped on it, I think I would like just keel over because it hurts. So like my toes are really bothering me. And I was like, natural foot splay. I want a big toe box tomorrow. So we'll see. I think right now, though, it looks like I'm probably going to run in the Triumph just to have extra cushion underfoot, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. The UPS driver already arrived today, so I think that's how it was going to come. So it's probably not going to arrive today. We'll see when it comes in, though. Chris Dyke says, made it home for the tail end. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you. All right. Remy says, YouTube Premium. It's all the TV you actually need. Is it? Really? Like anytime like YouTube tries to offer me a product, I'm just like I'm instantly like not interested. I don't care what it is. I don't know. I just have like a gut reaction to it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll take a look at it. We'll have to see. Mr. Random says, and I'll get to this from Joshua next, but Mr. Random says, I got my first black toe from the Peg 37. Oh, interesting. I mean, I felt like the Peg 37 was not as, I think the Peg 36 was roomier. Wait, was it? No. 35 was super tight. 36 was roomier. The Peg 37 was not as roomy as the Peg 36, a little bit. I have a feeling the Peg 38 is going to be similar to the 36 in terms of width. But yeah, it was a little bit snug in that one. But the Pegasus usually is a little bit of a snug shoe. Yeah. And Joshua Beal wants to know, Kofi, what's the average screen time on your phone? I watch a lot of stuff on here and read lots of running articles, but my screen time is quite high at the moment. I'm not sure if I should be worried. I think it depends. So one thing that I changed recently is when I wake up in the morning, I go downstairs and it's really early before anyone else in the house wakes up. And I used to go downstairs in the living room and turn on the TV and I would do work making videos. This is how I make videos. So I make videos. But I was worried that like turning on the TV in the living room would be too noisy. Because it's relatively close to where my in-laws' room is. So I stopped doing that. And then I started going to the room down, which is also downstairs, that my daughter does her virtual school from. And that room has a TV. So I was watching TV on that. But then I was like, it's still probably pretty loud. So then I started going to my iPad and watching stuff on my iPad as I was working. And I was like, probably still kind of loud. So I just started putting it on my phone and like setting my phone down next to me. So now lately, the last like week and a half, the phone has picked up like an extra 2 hours a day of like YouTube time because it's just kind of on. I'm not necessarily watching it, but I have it on in the background and I'll listen to it. And if I need to comment on a video, then I'll comment, So like I've been doing that. So this last week, I think my time went up like 40%. And so whatever that ends up being. So I think I was at like 4 hours a day on my phone last week. But yeah, that's kind of a lot. But I mean, I guess technically I'm working a lot of that time. Can you call that work? I don't know. Like if I'm like replying to comments from my phone, is that work? Do I count that as work now? I don't know. So like it depends on whether it's high. I feel like if you're getting everything done that you need to get done, who cares what the number is? The number is what the number is. If you're getting like, I don't know how many people you have in your bubble right now, Joshua, but like if you're still having meaningful relationships with those people, then it's not too high. That's what I would say. If you're getting all the workouts in that you want to get in, then you're good. The number is it's a unitless measure, I think. I mean, it's in hours, but like whether it's high or not, it's relative, I think. Sharon Marshall says, Kofuzi, you ever done Happy Joe's from Mukbang? Yeah, we've done Happy Joe's a couple times. We did did I eat taco pizza or did I just eat the veggie pizza? I'm not sure, but we've done it. It's been a while, so maybe we'll do another round. I would love to be able to get a Happy Joe's merch, but Happy Joe's does not really sell merch. And I asked my wife the last time she went to see if they sell t-shirts there. I really want a Happy Joe's t-shirt. But I don't know how to get one. I tried reaching out to the social media account, like on Instagram, no response. So like, I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Someone was asking about the Oura ring. I'm not sure how do you say it. Where'd it go? Whenever I ramble on for a long time, I lose like a lot. Here we go. Scatter. I'm going to say it's scatter. Oura ring thoughts. Yeah, and Kiefer has some thoughts on it too, and I think it was kind of open to everybody. It says if you're asking anyone, it does the job. Yeah. I have the Whoop right now. I've been using that. And I know there's a lot of videos out there on the internet that compare the Whoop to the Oura ring. And I feel like they probably do the same. But like in terms of like picking up heart rate, I don't know that there's a noticeable difference, like using it from a ring or from like the wrist. I know that when I'm running, I move this up as far as I can get it on my wrist. I adjust the band here, like this little thing. You can like tighten it or loosen it so you can get a little bit more width out of it. So I've been doing that, and I think the AI of what it does with that data is going to be more important. So the hardware itself I think is probably fine. I don't know how well it captures heart rate when you're running, but like the rest of it I can't comment though, because I've never seen how like well it interprets the numbers from my sleeping. So yeah, I'm not that as interested in that one for some reason. I don't know. It seems like something that would be right up my alley, but maybe I need to take a look at it. Yeah, Kevin Bickerton says SL20 on the UK Adidas app, 248 grams, UK 8.5. Original SL20 listed at 230 grams. Oh, really? I didn't know it picked up weight. That's not a good sign. But Kevin, on the UK Adidas app, does it list the SL20 as the SL22? Or is it just those two new SL20s? There's like a black one and what color is the other one? I don't know. If it's not black, I don't remember it. But do they list it as the SL22? Or is it just the SL20? All right. Guja says, hey, man, turning in. Just finished my last exam for my master's degree. Awesome. Congratulations. Really cool. Good job. And we got a super chat coming in. Let's see. Also from Guja. Let's see. Where is that one? I have to scroll down a little bit. Sorry about that. Here it is. It says, hey, Kofuzi, I love the Mizuno Wave Rider 23, but it's out of stock everywhere, just like the Wave Rider 24. What shoe is the most similar to the Wave Rider 23? You can't find another Wave Rider 23 because there's lots. I feel like there was the Wave Rider 23 and there was the Wave Knit 23, which is like the Wave Rider, but a knit version, right? So I think that one was heavier though than the Wave Rider 23. In terms of shoes that remind me of the Wave Rider 23, I would probably say the Wave Rider 24. So if you didn't like the Wave Rider 24, I'm not really sure how to guide you further in a way that you would like. It did remind me a bit of the. Now, I didn't try the latest Gel Nimbus from Asics, the 23, but I tried the Gel Nimbus 22. Those shoes kind of reminded me of each other quite a bit. Yeah, so those two are pretty similar to me, but other than that, I'm not sure where else to go with that. Trying to think. That's probably what I would suggest if you don't like the Wave Rider 24. Maybe try that one. I also think that the glycerin might also be something that you should consider as well from Brooks. So those I think might be similar. Well, thank you for the super chat, Gujo. All right. Kevin Bickerton says, in terms of on the UK Adidas app, it says, no, it's just SL20, but it's separate to the original SL20 colorway. Yeah. But I looked at it really closely. The outsole pattern is different. The upper is very different. It's not like the soccer boot of the original SL20. So it's a new version. But I mean, and last year they did this with the Boston, I guess it was early this year. They did it with the Boston 8. They had the regular Boston 8s, and then they had the Boston 8s with Light Strike. But they didn't call it Boston 8 with Light Strike, or they didn't call it Boston 8.5 or Boston 9. It was different. So I don't know. Yeah, Adidas sometimes, I don't know. The USA is asking, have you ever tried the Nike Dragonfly spikes? I haven't. I haven't worn a spike since 1998. So it's been a long time. Yeah. So I probably won't end up trying them. And Yash Chauhan coming in with the super chat. Thank you so much. Very generous. Says, keep up the great work. 3 a.m. in my country, off to sleep. We'll get some rest. You and everyone here, have a nice day. Awesome. Have a good evening. So glad to have you here. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Scott Van Wickle says, when can a slower runner benefit from some of the shoes that come alive at faster paces? I think it depends on the type of shoe that it is, in terms of, like, I think you're probably talking about carbon shoes. So I think that for shoes like the Vaporfly, for some reason, it just doesn't matter. Like it works at all levels. I feel like all skill levels. And so like no matter what, like your fast pace is, when you're making more effort, that's when it seems to come alive. And that's why I think it's such an amazing shoe. Let me adjust this lighting real quick. The other shoe that I feel like does that is like the Endorphin Speed. And it's even if you're not as fast as like an elite runner or a pro, like I'm not anywhere near those levels. When I start pushing harder, like faster than like even moderate paces, that's when it starts to really like, oh, I'm feeling everything that's in the shoe. And then it starts to get really exciting. And I think that in terms of when, generally that's where I feel like the speed shoes come in. So even the ones that aren't carbon plated, but those shoes that I list as like fast day shoes or like tempo or threshold day shoes, things like the Hyperion Tempo, the Boston 9, SL20 that we've been talking about a lot of those shoes, I don't like them at slower paces, but once I'm putting a little bit more effort into it, getting to like moderate or faster, it's not that I'm hitting a certain minutes per mile. It's that I'm putting more effort into it. And so like my stance kind of changes a little bit. You know, you're in a different gear. That's when those shoes start to come alive. So like that's when you benefit from it. And I feel like in terms of, I'm trying to figure out this question as I read it more. When a slower runner benefits from them, I think that it can happen at any point in the training. So it's not like you have to wait until you've been running for like 6 months or 9 months before you can do that. You might want to wait a little bit because you don't know if you want to spend all this money on different kinds of shoes. But if that's not a concern for you and you want to start doing some faster workouts, you can get some of those shoes and you're going to feel the difference as you're trying to use those shoes for those faster days. So, you don't have to wait. All right, let's go do one or two more. Let's do this. Where'd it go? Frank says, what marathon time predictor do you guys feel like worked the best? Metathon 5:38? I'm trying to think. I did a couple of different videos about it before. And I don't feel like any of them ended up working out very well for me because those are races where I just ended up hitting the wall and kind of crashing and burning. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of what. Right now, I'm mainly focusing on the Stride race predictor, which takes all like your power data from all your training and like uses your critical power number, and it gives you like a power number that you should race at, and it also spits out a time. Generally, I found that time that it gives you like a plus or minus margin as well. So it tells you like your 10K time will be like 42 minutes plus or minus 2 minutes, which is kind of a big window. But it gives you kind of a ballpark to look at. But I always find that even that initial number seems to be a little bit conservative, in my opinion. So not the best. I feel like I have to go back and look at that and look at the numbers in terms of which seem like way off compared to some of the others. I've always liked Metathon, but whatever happened to that? I haven't used it in a while. I know it was trying to start its own standalone app, but then like Strava got all weird in terms of like its API. So I haven't looked at it in a long time. Because what was it that got integration with Strava that gave me a lot of that information already? I don't know. For some reason, I haven't looked at Metathon in a while. I'll have to take a look at that again. All right. Martha says, my coach says 10K pace time and add 30 minutes is a good rough estimate for a marathon prediction. Okay. 10K pace time and add 30 minutes. Okay. I see. Oh, interesting. Yeah, 10K pace, but for 26.2. I'll have to think about that. That's an interesting template there. I'll have to try it. Cool. Oh yeah, the Elevate plugin. That's the one. That's the reason why I haven't been using Metathon lately, I think. Not sure. All right. Very cool. All right. I'm going to go check out that, see what happened to Metathon with the stories on that. And then I'll go back and look at my race predictors video again and see kind of how that turned out to kind of refresh my recollection on that. And where was that other video that I was going to, my favorite selfie stick. I'll post a link to that in the description once we're done here. Tomorrow's video, I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. So it might just be like a running music video. That's probably what it's going to be. And then tomorrow's Thursday. So happy hour, we'll do another live stream. I've got some new beers that I haven't tried before downstairs. Very excited about trying. So tune in for that. You can bring a beer of your choice or a non-alcoholic drink. Sometimes we do that too. So definitely welcome. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, be safe out there, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.